Good. So good. He always talked about dying. He kept saying, "You guys, I'm dying. I need your help." We just ignored him and say, you're precious. And he was. Well, all he could talk about was dying, but I didn't realize that that's what he was talking about. Because every time his mouth opened, I just thought of how hot his mom was. She was. She was hot.
Jason, I mean, he always said that he knew he was going to die in a group with 3 other people who wouldn't help him. But, I mean, he also thought that dragons were a real species. So, who's going to believe a guy like that?
And how did that make you feel?
His death was...
Not his death. He's thinking real dragons were real.
Oh, the dragons. Well, I don't know. I guess I was just paying more attention to how hot his mom was.
Well, the thing about Jason was he was a real inspiration to all of us. I mean, watching him dance so carefree.
Now, when you say dance, what do you mean?
Well, he had this sort of move he would do. He would jump in and spin his arms, and it was like poetry in motion. Is all I can say. But after his death.
Okay. Do you want me to stop? Okay.
No. I don't like to call it his death. I prefer to call Jason's Ex Mortis. After Jason's Ex Mortis, it hasn't been the same around here.
I understand.
We've lost that poetry that he brought to us.
Very good.
I mean, there are a lot of people that you meet who can say, who say they can dance. But when Jason danced, it was like all the bad in the world was gone. And it was like the good and the other good.
Yeah. When I first heard about it, I was down in New Mexico visiting relatives, and it was pretty hard.
You know what? Can we talk about Jason, please?
Yeah. When I was struggling...
Jason?
When I was a struggling blackface artist in downtown Detroit, Jason is the one who, picked me out of the crowd and said, "You've got something there." I don't know what he was talking about, but I went with him in his van, and... God, I'm sorry about this.
You need some tissue?
No, it's turn that.
In the middle of shooting is when it happened. Well, alright, I wouldn't really call it shooting because it's a play. But I didn't know what to do. After
You can say it. It's okay. Just say it.
It's just, alright, look, he was like collapsed on the floor for like 15 minutes and I didn't call anybody. I don't want that coming out on the camera. You just cut that out, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I didn't know what to do. So I called John and I said, "Jason's in the hospital and he's dead."
And I was in the bath, and I hear the phone ring, so I get out, and it was Dana. And he says, "Jason's in the hospital, and he's dead."
So there's this rumor going around school that John received a call from Dano saying that Jason's in the hospital and he's dead. I don't care.
I was the last one to hear from it. I thought we were all friends. I had to read it on the bathroom wall that Bob heard a rumor that Dano called John that Jason was in the hospital and he's dead.
I lied. I do care about him. I don't know what else to do, so I did what came natural. I went to the boys' bathroom and I wrote on the wall saying that I heard a rumor that John received a phone call from Dano saying that Jason was in the hospital and he was dead. I don't want anyone to know it was me because I love this school. I don't know what else to do.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I never really auditioned for Guys and Dolls. I mean, I had a lot of things to do, schoolwork, projects, all that. But, all of a sudden, Jason died. And it was like, and suddenly I was thrust into the character Nathan Detroit. I mean, I had never really done any serious acting, but like, when I first came to the rehearsal, everyone congratulated me. Everyone saying, you're going to do a great job. They just welcomed me with open arms, and I think I really made them true friends.
We all hated Chris, to be honest. Jason, he was the best Nathan Detroit I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of Nathan Detroits. He had this intensity, just it made you believe. Then they throw this guy Chris Estrada in, no talent. I don't know what Mr. Anderson was thinking. I guess when you're desperate, you go from the bottom of the barrel if that's what you're left with. But it all worked out in the end, I guess.
All right, I mean, I guess when you're desperate, you gotta fish from the bottom of the barrel or something. But Chris Estrada, can I say that on tape?
No.
Really?
No. Chris? Talk about bottom of the barrel, the word hate is thrown around a lot these days, but I truly hated him. I can honestly say that.
In the end, I thought I did pretty good.